headphones up a little bit. Yeah, turn the beat up a little bit more too. Yeah, just like that. Check. Creeping while niggas sleeping, got the 40 on me. You ain't gotta guess, bitch, you know it's on me.
Alright, hip hop preserving the culture, we here.
Yes, sir.
Nitty, what's the word?
You know, same old shit, man. Just work, man.
That's what it is, man. You let me hear some of your project, man.
Yeah, man. Trying to preserve the culture. You feel me? No pun intended.
I feel good about that. I think you're gonna have, a lot of success, a lot of great success.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. We put together a little masterpiece real quick. So the bros let me produce this. Shout out to the bros that allowed me to produce them. Rosemary, Charges, my son.
Let's rewind for the people. Tell everybody where you from. You from Long Island?
Yeah, man. I'm from South Huntington, Long Island, 11746. On the release. Suffolk County. You know what I mean? Same place that EPMD is from. Same place that K Solo from. Same place that Keith Murray is from.
Shout out to them. How long you been doing music? How long you been doing production? How long you been rhyming?
Man, how much time you got?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been rapping since a teenager, man. I used to tell people I started rapping, freestyling, coming off the top of the head. As much as I don't even really like doing that shit now, but that's how I started, coming off the top of the head. That was the way we did our shit. And, I used to do my best Redman rendition. You know what I mean? My homeboys told me like, yo, that shit sounded high, so do that shit again. That's what gave me the confidence to start writing and shit like that. As far as production came from, not being able to afford the same shit that every producer, man.
You can't get the beats to write to.
Yeah, you can't get the beats that you want to write to or whatever you hear in your mind or whatever. And you might not be able to afford to get the ones that you want. You know what I mean? And in my case, that's what it was. My so-called producer friends hit me with a line that I hate so much. I hate the line, bro, because it just states that we're not friends. It's just strictly business. But I hate the line when you go, "What's your budget?" You know what I mean? After smoke blunts with me, we probably I probably pass my bitch off to you, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And hit me with the "What's the budget?" line. Now, but doing shits like that is what motivated me to start making my own sound. Besides the fact wanting to have my own sound. You know what I mean?
What inspires you when you're doing your production?
Who's the influences?
What's the influence?
Good question. It's definitely the first hip hop album that I ever owned was NWA. Straight out of Compton. You know what I mean? That was the first hip hop album that I ever owned, so it's ironic that who Dr. Dre is, you know what I'm saying, today, to most of us in that production.
So hold on, being from Long Island, where you just mentioned EPMD, Keith Murray.
EPMD was influenced by NWA.
Yeah.
I think so. I think everybody, like right now, you kind of look at the game, everybody's influenced by Drake in something like that. You know what I mean? You the hottest or the newest or, you know what I mean, the newest and the hottest, and definitely when you bring in that shit, like, Dre was using, I think why I say EPMD is because Dre was the only one besides them that was fucking with Zach the way that he was, fucking with funk, you know what I'm saying? The way EPMD was. Dre was doing that on the West Coast. But yeah, that's definitely one of my biggest influences. It's Dr. Dre. The why in that is because of the clarity. You know what I mean? I don't think you'll hear a more sonically, another producer that's sonically like Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? His sound is just so clean. hard and all that at the same time. Boys. A lot of people don't like to give. Me, I'm a New York kid. I grew up in the '90s, so I guess you could say I have the appreciation for Puff. Yeah, and the impact that he had on the game, even if he didn't push the button, but that's the impact that he had as a musician. That's part of my influence. I'd be lying if I say it wasn't, you know what I mean, that New York bounce, that feel, that aesthetic. You know what I mean? What's that feel?
I don't know, yo, anyway, let's get back to them eyes and them pinky and the prime thighs. I can't lie, the way that ass look make me wanna thank grandma. I mean, no disrespect, please forgive my bad manners. Yeah, you got that monkey, let me hide my bananas. We can get away, cause I get the bag like Santa.
Then I have to say Kanye, his fearlessness on like certain, on sampling. I love his the fearlessness that he used to have. You know what I mean? On sampling. That college dropout was Kanye. You know what I mean? And, the graduation Kanye. Like, you know what I mean? He just started. I was watching that Genius shit the other day again, just to watch it again. Like, you know what? Let me watch it again because I loved it in real time. When it came out, I watched it in real time. I loved it. Let me watch it again. Watching him say what his production was going to be on camera before he was anybody. You understand what I mean? Wait till I get this money. I'm gonna start sampling and adding on top of the samples. Matter of fact, this is his own word. Matter of fact, I might have him come in here and play in his samples. Y'all niggas gonna be thinking it's a sample, but y'all niggas gonna be thinking it's a sample, but. And what did he start doing? Exactly what he said, as production-wise. Me, I love him. He's a fearless. Out of all the producers that I named, even the ones that I might name after him, like he's the most fearless. He makes me feel like.
Do you think you
fuck who don't like that you sampling this? Don't worry about the clearance. Don't worry about all of that. Just be creative. You know what I mean? Don't let that stunt your creativeness. You know what I mean? You being creative. That's something that I got from him.
What do you think about currently his music? Well, he hasn't really released any music lately. Do you think he still has in him a graduation?
Nah. That's like asking 50 to do a Get Rich or Die Trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like asking him to do that. Like, and 50's one of my favorite rappers. It's like asking Jay to do it.
What do you think it is? That
we as fans, we're always gonna want that. You know what I mean? Like Nas, how long we've been waiting for another Illmatic, bro? And I think a lot of us, with the good, you know, by the graces of God, with the great work that he's been putting out, we finally let go of it. You know what I mean? A lot of us that's Nas fans,
good way to put it.
We finally let go of wanting another Illmatic because he gave us, a great body of works with Hit Boy. You know what I mean? So he redeemed himself with that. I mean, as us being fans, we're critical as fans, man. You know, I like, we was just talking earlier off camera, like us as hip hop geeks. You know what I mean? That's the only time that I want you to mention me or think of me as a geek. When we talk about hip hop, you know, when we talk about hip hop, I'm a fucking geek. I'm talking about the nigga with the pouch thing in his pocket and the glasses that's taped. That's me, the hip hop geek. We gonna talk all day about hip hop. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Dre, Puff, Ye. I've been talking. I need to do an Alchemist. So if this reaches Uncle Al, I need an Alchemist album. I'm speaking as they say, speak shit that you want into existence.
It's on the way, they say, right?
They speak shit into existence, right? I'm speaking to you, Uncle Al. I need an album with Uncle Al. That's like that's definitely one of those I did moments. And to me, that checkmark moment for me is when I did a project with Uncle Al. I think he's one of, as right now, as far as the music that I want to make, the music that we love, or me and my friends, we like. He's the one who's carrying that flag. Huh? I would love to, I'm saying please, I would
But
love
you'd like
to
to do a project.
a
Okay.
project with Uncle Al, because he's one of my favorite producers. You asking me like production stuff, like I'd be lying if I sit here and say that what I do, I'm not influenced by him. You know what I'm saying? Production wise, I think he is the cutting edge. He's the one who's. You look at it, bro. The track records of the people that he's doing albums with, like he's doing albums with the greats. Kind of like almost marks you as a great, as an artist, if you do an album with this dude right now, because everybody's doing. Anybody who does a project with him, it's been a superior work. You know, shout out to Rock Marciano. Shout out to Conway. We named a couple of the projects that he did, you know, act with Action Bronson and shit like that. I've tapped into Larry June because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that.
What do you hope to excel in first? Is it rapping or production? Or does it matter? Or
like I was watching that Genius shit, right? It's a dope question right there. I was watching that Genius shit and I was watching how bro didn't want to be known as a, like once he got his foot, like that's kind of my knock with Ye on that, watching that. Like you got your foot in the door, niggas is begging to get their foot in the door. And not only do you have your foot in a door, you're in the door with the hottest label in the world at that time. Like this is the hottest label with the hottest, dopest rapper at the time. Like you got an ear, you got his ear. You can talk to him, you can get next to him. It's not just like you just send a beat to him. You know what I mean? You can get next to him before he even signed with them. You know what I mean? If I'm saying that, and I understand he wanted to be taken seriously as a rapper. He wanted to be heard as a rapper, and he felt like that's the route that he had to go about doing it. But like, it was like he was just a crybaby about. To me, to how I feel. Like, not even want to say crybaby, but he just didn't even want. It's like he just shunned the producer. Like in one part, he was arguing with Big Face Gary about being a producer. Like, you know what I mean? Big Face Gary's like, you're the best producer rapper. He's giving the nigga a prop, and he's like, I'm just a rapper, dog. Like, he got mad as shit about that. So, I'm a Leo, nigga. I want all. You know, to answer your question, I want it all. Why can't I have it both? You know what I'm saying? Rapping next to the people that I rap next to is definitely pushing my pen. It's making my pen excel. I think if you ask me, it's making my pen grow. It's making, you know, because I'm standing next to superior rappers. You know, shout out to Bad C, shout out to John, shout out to Pillsbury, shout out to Rod Son, you know what I mean? I'm standing next to really superior rap. I be calling them niggas rapidy rap ass niggas, and they don't like that shit. You know what I mean? These are the type of niggas that I knew that since they was kids, they've been rapping. They've been rapping. You have to tell them to shut up. Like, as a kid, shut up. You stop rapping. That wasn't necessarily me. I started wanting to be a DJ, to be honest with you. I wanted to be the nigga in the back. I came up really like realizing who I was in hip hop, or getting the idea when D Nice was popping. So being a DJ, oh, he could be a DJ and be in the front and still get a chance to be in the front a little bit. I think I want to be that. So I wanted to be a DJ. I didn't even necessarily want to be a rapper at first, you know. Then I realized that I think I was seeing an interview where it was when Redman was talking about how he wanted to be a DJ at first. You know what I mean? He wanted to be a DJ first. And that was the rapper I wanted to emulate as a kid first. The first rapper that I tried to, we all draw inspiration from people, and that was the first rapper that I tried to emulate and drew my inspiration from was Reggie Noble. But yeah, nah, fuck that. I want it all. I want both of them. I feel like I feel like I succeed in both of them. They go to Kanye and me, nigga. I succeed in both of them. So why shouldn't I be able to do both of them at the same time? This year I've low-key produced. I sat out to produce all my friends, at least all like I said, the rappers that I mentioned before, do projects like Al. You can't consider yourself, I mean, you know, me, myself, how I feel, I can't consider myself a producer like Al or Kanye or Dre until I produce a whole project for somebody else. And I sat out to produce a few of them. They ain't been the ones that I wanted, but I got a couple of them done. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rock Wells. I did a project with Rock Wells. This shit just dropped today, actually. We on December 1st, you know what I mean? 2023, you know what I mean? This shit dropped today. Rock Wells project is dope. I fully produced that thing. Then I got another one that I'm dropping with AJ Shaka, dope MC out in Dallas. I fully produced that project. He ain't gonna drop it till next year though, but I set out to produce full projects for other artists and I've accomplished that, so, you know what I mean? At the same time, I'm dropping 4 albums. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but I drop on Christmas Day, you know what I mean? We drop on Christmas Day, me and Pillsbury. I didn't make 4 projects. Basically, I dropped every season. Every season this year, I had another project. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's awesome.
why not have it all? Fuck that. Nice at both. You know what I mean? We 80s babies, you know what I'm saying? Like, you call me the Bo Jackson of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I play both sides of this shit. You know what I mean?
And we were talking earlier, you making merch. You got some merch, you sell merch as well.
I'm wearing it, you looking at it.
That's right.
Funky fresh in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You looking at it. Nah.
Get it off your site. What's popping with that?
Yeah, 11/7/46 clothing. You know what I mean? This is my line. I mean, you know, every rapper got merch. I don't like it's my merch, you know what I'm saying, technically, but this is my clothing line. You know what I mean? I want to separate myself from everybody else, and I don't want to have just merch where you just buy a non-Nitty t-shirt. No, you buy it into the lifestyle. You know what I mean? 11/7/46. But you can get it, contact me right now. We working on the website. I mean, you know, I haven't, of course we can all go to GoZaddy and make a fucking website real quick and have something up there for y'all to go out and take their money. You know what I mean? But I've been working on something that is more interactive, where I can interact with y'all. You can interact with each other. You know what I mean? I can see what y'all really tapped in and really fucking with. That's what's been holding me back from doing that, because I want to find the right guy to build that website.
Now we were talking before about you producing and you know how you get to what you're doing. Does what's going on musically in the industry right now affect what you're doing?
Nah, see, I know I'm cutting you off. I'm gonna be like, no, fuck no, nigga. Like, fuck no. I mean, personally, man, it's almost like I be trying to tell niggas who you know, when I feel like, well, I hate and shit. Like, I hate a nigga that be like, oh, niggas is always hating on me. That means you on your own dick too, a little bit too much, my nigga. Like, you worried about who's hating on you and who's doing this and who's that. Like, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy doing what I'm doing to be worried about what everybody else is doing. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of this shit. I breathe this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's everything to me. I was telling my homeboy the other day, like, if I can't do this shit, I don't know what I do. You know what I'm saying?
That was my next question. What do you think you'd be doing if you wasn't doing this?
Man, I try to say that shit. If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be in the motherfucking living room right now. You know what I mean? Nah, really though. If I wasn't doing, I don't know, bro. Like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a 21-year-old son that's in jail right now. You know what I mean? Like living in this time right now. That shit is, I know, I can't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? See my son AJ. But, I don't know, bro. I can't even tell you. You know, I'll probably be dead in jail right now. Hip hop really saves lives. When people say that shit, hip hop really saves lives. It really does, in more than one way or another. It doesn't necessarily mean it saves your life because you're successful. Even though, yeah, we all want that story for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody want to be successful. Everybody want that to be a part of their story, or how you end your story, or how you climax your story of whoever you are. But at the same time, hip-hop saving your life could just be keeping you out of trouble, keeping you out of jail. You know what I mean? Keeping you out of the streets. You know what I mean? Because you can't record the mic. You can't record in the street. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That shit might be dope though. I can't wait for a nigga to be like, yeah, I recorded my whole shit on the block, nigga. You hear the motherfucking cars passing, nigga? It's gonna come soon. Don't say that now, I'm gonna tell you first. You know what I'm saying? But
what do you think about what's going on musically right now in the industry? What's in the forefront?
now that's like now I gotta ask you, Mr. Interviewee man, like, you know what I mean? What are you talking about? New York rap? Or you talking about in general?
First, in New York.
You wanna do a 2-part question? Well, it's too much fucking drill. Well, no, you gonna get silent in the room now? Yeah, no, we're not gonna get silent in the room. It's too much. Like, it's It's an oversaturation of it. Like I remember, it's nothing else, bro. Like they used to say that about the trap shit. Now you just moved over to something else, like, and you're doing the same thing with that. Like it's a shame that Benny the Butcher.
Everybody said blamed it on the program.
It's a shame Benny the Butcher's not being played on Hot 97 or 10 or Power. With a Lil Wayne feature. Like nigga went as far as to even go get these big names that he knew that you supposed to fuck with. That should get him on the radio. Johnny P. Caddy. You know what I mean? Cole. You think he really wants to stand next to that nigga? Like he probably think he cool. Probably met him and thought he's cool, but they ain't hanging out. Like that shit was strictly to trade bars and because of who he is. I'm like, let me show you niggas that I can stand next to this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just as dope as him. Like, we understand the moves and whatever the moves is for, but like, he got to do all of that and he still not get played on my New York radio, bro. You know, like you said, a lot of people say it's the radio.
That's what I'm saying, the program
Directors and all of that. I don't know. I've never met Ebro. I'm not going to make this a personal thing or whoever programs at El Power. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you what we as New Yorkers turn on the radio and listen to and hear every day. Why we don't listen to the radio, most of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why the old school is king these days. Yeah. You know what I mean? Before anything, I'd rather listen to series. I'd rather listen to Roxanne Shante tell me to have a nice day. Word. That ass. You know what I mean? I'd rather listen to that. And people might get in the car with me or whatever, like, oh, that nigga's the hell old school shit or whatever. It's not even about that. I'd rather have that entertain me and listen to some of these classic shit that I grew up on than to listen to something that I'm not going to say like I don't get it because I'm a wild ass nigga myself, so I get most of the shit that niggas doing. So yeah, that's the thing. I get it. You know what I mean? It's just not, I just think it needs to be more. You understand what I mean? Like the nigga Eric Sherman said something about on one of his interviews that rock has plenty sub-genres. You know what I'm saying? Heavy metal, grunge, this, that, whatever the case may be, whatever, all different type of packages of rock, folk. You understand what I'm saying? All different type of shit. That's rap, hip hop should be packaged the same way. Not everything should be bunched into hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Just under, yes, it comes from that same umbrella as, like I said about with rock, all of those things, grunge, you know what I'm saying? Heavy metal, the fuck, horror, whatever the fuck, all of them other shits that different subtitles that you have, subgenres that you have for rock, they all fall up under that rock. You know what I mean? Even though us as, for you historians, we as black people, we created hip rock and roll. But I'm not gonna go there right now. That's not the point of this conversation. Well, yeah, they have different subjects and different subgenres and shit like that. I feel like hip hop should have that because if you look at it like a couple years ago, like there's no way that Post Malone should win a Grammy for hip hop. We ain't forget that. I didn't. You know what I mean? So who's calling that? We can't even be mad at him for getting it though. You understand what I'm saying? Who's calling that? Who's making those decisions? Who's putting him in the same category as whoever was in that category? I'm pretty sure deserved it because there was true MCs and it was real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Post Malone.
Who's your favorite MC?
See, we kind of went. That's gonna be like when I be like, for instance, we said about the production. Like I feel like that's what makes up my production. Those are my influences. Those are what make up me as a producer. Rather if it's just Dre the Clarity, Puff, whether just to be able to keep my New York. Because whatever the fuck you say, Bad Boy was a New York label. Other artists came from other places
to get on
to have that feel, that New York feel. You're not gonna tell me 112 shit. They ain't start sounding like they was from Atlanta or were you really even giving a fuck if they was from where they was from Atlanta until the second or third album. You just knew that there was another Bad Boy joint and 9 times out of 10, wherever Puff found these niggas, they sound like some Bad Boy shit. So it was a really, Puff, you know, for me, is to keep that New York, that edge, that bounce, that also
You know what I mean? I feel like for me with Puff and why my influence with Puff, they're gonna put, you might look at me as some call me an underground artist, so forth and so forth. But we act like underground artists or underground music is not loved or appreciated by beautiful women. You know what I mean? Like women are not a part of that. You know what I mean? So I guess you could say me and my influence with Puff, excuse me right now for the timing of what's going on in his personal life, but you know, that's something that we cannot deny though. You tell me a woman that really didn't like bad boy music, you know what I'm saying? The influence with Ye, like I said, the fearlessness with the sampling and shit like that, you know, and Alchemist is him too. I mean, Alchemist and Ye is almost the same. I feel like Alchemist took over with Ye, college dropout Ye fell off at, you know what I mean? Or left, checked out. I don't want to say fell off, checked out on us at, you know what I mean? So that's what makes up me as a producer, but what makes me up as an artist, like the first rapper that I ever, like I said, I tried to emulate this man. You know what I mean? From the grime, the way I made up my voice and all that shit was Redman. You know what I mean? Redman was just, it was just free. Like that was the first rapper that I ever heard that was just like, there was no boundaries. There was no box around what he did.
Anything went.
His flow, where he went, everything, the whole concept of Redman, there was just no way that you could put him in a box, even though he was pure fucking hip hop. You understand what I'm saying?
Still is.
It still is to this fucking day. Shout out to Reggie. That's the first influence. You know what I'm saying? The second, I guess, as I started to build up and become myself, I mean, we 90s, you know, we 90s kids, 80s babies, 90s kids. So, you know what I mean? The big Tupac shit made us have to make a choice. A lot of us. You gotta make a choice. And especially if you're an artist, if you were creating at that time, you almost had to make a choice of which way you were gonna be influenced, which way you was gonna go with your shit. Because you gotta think about me, I'm growing as an artist in that time. You understand what I mean? Not even growing, just kind of figuring myself out as a rapper. You know what I mean? In that time, in real time, 96, 97. And if I even wanna do this, kind of, because, you know, the growth continue or whatever, but. And because of you know, I'm one of them type of niggas because you keep telling me that the sky is fucking purple, nigga. Fuck that, it's not purple, nigga. That shit is green, nigga. Fuck that. Prove to me it's not purple. You know what I'm saying? Prove to me it's not green, nigga. You know what I mean? So everybody, you know, us being here on the East, like you it's crazy. I kind of, like, I think I cut you with me me being a Long Island nigga influenced by West Coast shit.
West Coast.
You know what I mean? How I named, first thing that I named was Dre. Even though Marley had obviously had an influence on us first as producers. We don't mention him. Teddy Riley has a very, very big influence on me as a producer. Yeah. Before the Straight Outta Compton. I went straight to Straight Outta Compton, but pre that, like Teddy Riley, Marley Marl, Prince Paul. We were talking about Prince Paul.
You
know what I mean?
You met him.
You know what I'm saying? Prince Paul. These is all, Marley Marl is considered the man who showed us all how to sample. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Marley. But as an MC though, like coming up in that time, you know, everybody was just bigged out. That's where we was born, and that's where we from. So, you know, I feel like everybody had to pick that, choose that line. I hope I ain't fucking up by grabbing a cigarette real quick. But yo, yeah, everybody had to pick a side. You know what I mean? And everybody had to pick a side and shit.